Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pen Boutique channel. I am here today in a very special format. We're not used to doing this, but I'm also here with a very, very special guest that I think you all will be very excited to see here on Zoom. I am here with Klarissa. Klarissa, how are you?
Good. Hi, Kristi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited that we are chatting today. Um, yeah, as you know, I'm very, very excited about what we're gonna chat about today. So, yeah,
We're
you
talking
can.
about something very exciting today. But before we do, let's start off with something simple. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers and talk a little bit about your Instagram account, The Snowy Studio, for those who might not know what it is?
Okay, so my name is Clarissa, and I live in Colorado. I have an Instagram account, and my IG handle is the Snowy Studio.
Hmm.
And people always ask me why the Snowy Studio. There are two reasons. Number one is we have a miniature schnauzer, a white miniature schnauzer
Oh.
named Snowy. So
Hmm.
he is my partner in crime and
Oh.
supervisor in the studio. So when it was time for me to choose an IG handle, we both of us decided that it's gonna be good to have the Snowy Studio.
Nice.
The reason is because our family loves skiing so much. So
Oh,
to put something like snowy on the name seems very appropriate.
I think so. I think it's very appropriate.
Yes.
I love that. Now,
Yeah.
you post a lot of content featuring Leonardo pens on your account, and I wanted to ask what draws you to the brand specifically?
Okay. So I started I think I got my first Leonardo in 2021.
Okay.
Then before I found Leonardo pens, I use more kind of like cartridge converter, fountain
Mhm.
pen. And then one of my first ones was the Mosaico, which is a Momento Zero Grande. So that's the bigger size. It's a piston filler with 1.5 mil in capacity. So I was a little bit intimidated by it,
Mhm.
but then when I started writing with the pen, of course, I fell in love with it. And the reason is because, of course, Leonardo is an Italian pen, so it has like an excellent Italian craftsmanship. But not only that they are pretty,
Mhm.
to me, it is most important is the writing experience because
Right.
I write a lot, I journal a lot, and Leonardo nibs are very smooth out of the box. And the reason is because Leonardo always tests each nib before we actually ship from the workshop. So
Ah,
that's the secret. And then also their design is very balanced.
okay.
So that is why when I write with my Leonardo pens, it's always very smooth and I don't feel tiredness around my wrist, you know? So
Hmm.
that is kind of like what attracted me the most to the brand. So
Gotcha.
not only that they are pretty, they're also an excellent writing instrument. So it's kind of like beauty who that has brain, you know? It's like brain and
Yeah,
beauty one, which is to me, it's perfect, absolutely perfect.
I like that. I like the way that you put that. Beauty with brain. I like it. That's a good way to
Yes.
think of Leonardo now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
only think of that now. And anytime I see a Leonardo on my feed, beauty and brain. That's
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Now, with all the beauty that comes on your page, how do you decide what beautiful things to put on your page, whether that be pens, inks, other stationery items, things like that?
So, when I create something for my post,
Hmm.
usually I don't post because need to feature or anything. It's more kind of like an expression of how I feel that
Okay.
particular day.
Hmm.
Sometimes I would wake up in the morning and I see sunshine outside. Oh, maybe, let's do something about lighting or anything. Or
Oh.
if I have like a very happy experience, so I would go on Google and try to find like a song lyrics or a poem that actually could reflect how I feel, you know?
Okay.
So you may only see, one or two photos on a particular post, but to me, it actually takes longer. It's kind of like the whole process. And
Mhm.
then if you read between the lines, it's actually really reflects what's going on in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's basically like I found my Instagram account as my outlet of like doing like my creative. I do work during the day and I also want to do some creative work. So I am able to do it like by sharing it through my Instagram page. So
That's
that's
super fun. Just
yes.
a personal question, just because I think hearing about the processes for posting or creating
Yes.
content is just so interesting. Do
Mhm.
you do a part and then you can maybe come back to it, or do you sit and do it all at once?
Usually I sit and do it all at once.
You sit and do it
So
all at
that's
once.
why I for some reason I cannot just kind of like do something very quickly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I put a lot of thoughts into it, so I usually want to make sure that I have like the correct mindset, you know? Um, because from my experience, when I'm not in a mood or I'm like rushing it,
Mm-hmm.
um, it usually won't work.
Got it.
I am a little bit a perfectionist. I'm trying to be better about I'm trying to be better about it, but um I feel like if I don't put 100% into a post, then I'm not comfortable posting it
Got
because
it.
it's not kind of like my best work. Meaning, of course, I'm not like happy all the time, or I'm not kind of like trying to be perfect all the time. But
Right.
I guess if the photos are blurry because it's cloudy outside, it's always better for me to kind of like wait another day and take a
Mm-hmm.
photo when there's sunshine outside, and I can use natural light. So that's kind of like part of my process too. So I don't want to be rushed, and I don't want myself to uh I don't force myself, I guess, if that makes sense.
I think that's awesome. I think that you shouldn't force yourself, and I think that it should be just whenever you feel like it. You shouldn't have any pressure to
Yep.
post anything. That goes for anybody. It goes for me, it goes for
Yes.
you, anybody else in the world. I don't think that there should be
Yes.
any pressure to post anything.
Yeah,
Now, you are a brand ambassador for Leonardo pens. Can you
that is
explain
correct.
what that role involves and what it means to you?
Okay, so what does it mean to me? So to me, being a brand ambassador for Leonardo is basically, most importantly, sharing my love of Leonardo pens,
Hmm.
sharing the joy that I experience when I write with those pens.
Hmm.
Then I interact a lot with people out there in the community, and I'm very happy to answer any questions or to share experience. People always ask me, okay, what do you think about this model, that model? Because I basically try all of them, all the models.
Wow.
So I know kind of like what's the difference between, like, for example, like a Magico and a Magical Special Edition, or
Okay.
like the Grande or Furore, Furore Grande, and so on and so on. So I also love the opportunity to represent Leonardo when I go to pen shows,
Hmm.
also working closely with Salvatore at those pen shows. And on a daily basis, when he's not here, I'm in Colorado, he's in Naples. I also enjoy helping him in managing like shops order or
Oh.
shop exclusives. So working closely with Jonathan Brooks, Bob Duprez, and so on. So I really, really enjoy what I do.
You have a booked plate. You are busy, it seems like.
Yes, yes.
That's really, really awesome. I think it's really cool. I don't think that you see many brand ambassadors for pen brands, so I think it's really cool.
Oh, yeah. I think I don't know how that happened, but it just kind of like it started. a few years ago, I think like fall 2021, I started collaborating with Salvatore, and
Okay.
then uh it just kind of like grew the collaboration, and then to where we are today. So we are very, very happy.
Very, very cool.
Yes.
Now, the most exciting thing about this talk today. Let's talk about the latest release from Leonardo, the
Oh,
MZG 2.0 Power of the Flowers with
okay.
Jonathan Brooks material.
Oh, I have those pens with me.
Awesome.
Do
I'm jealous.
you have those too?
I do. I personally have the Dalia Eveline.
Oh,
I personally
okay.
have the Dahlia Eveline.
Yes.
So, for starters, before we go into the pen specifically, can you
Yep.
tell us what MZG 2.0 means? Not a lot of people are going to know what that means when they look at
Yes.
MZG 2.0.
Okay. So first of all, MZG stands for Momento Zero Grande.
Hmm.
A little history about that is
Please.
the first model that Leonardo introduced was a Momento Zero. So
Okay.
literally, the translation from Italian to English is a zero moment. So it's kind of like the beginning,
Hmm.
basically. So after the introduction of the Momento Zero, Leonardo introduced Momento Zero Grande.
Okay.
Grande, if you buy Starbucks, Grande means big, big, yeah. So
Hmm.
basically, Momento Zero is the regular size, and Momento Zero Grande is the bigger size. That's how
Okay.
you identify between the different model. And
Okay.
then why 2.0? So that's a very good question. We started with MZG without the 2.0, and that one didn't have the ink window. So
Oh.
I'm gonna show it to you now.
Hmm.
Sakura
Yep.
from the flower collection, and you see the ink window over here.
Yes.
This is the difference between MZG, the
Hmm.
original MZG, and MZG 2.0.
Okay.
We still have the MZG. We still have Momento Zero Grande. Uh,
Hmm.
but then if you see Momento Zero Grande 2.0, that means there's an ink window.
I see. Okay.
And how it is very cool is, of course, you can see your ink level
Hmm.
from here. And then also when you cap the pen, you cannot see it. So it's kind of
Right.
like,
It
yeah.
makes it a little sleek and like hidden
Yes.
when you
Yes.
close it.
Yes.
Now, just a follow-up question. For
Yeah.
the regular, the MZGs, is it still piston filling?
Yes.
Okay.
So still the same. Momento Zero Grande is piston filler 1.5 with 1.5 mil ink capacity.
That's
That means
crazy.
you can write forever.
You
You
can.
you don't have to change ink like very often.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
It's awesome for me. I've been using mine daily and like I don't have to worry about ink running out. I
Yes.
use it all day, 8 hours a
Yes.
day. It's great.
Yes. Yes. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, what was the inspiration behind this Power of the Flowers collection? There's three different pens, three different colors, so many things to look at.
Yeah, so I would like to just kind of like share the different models first, if that's
Sure,
okay.
of course.
So the first one is this one is the can you see? Yeah, this
I
one
can
is
see it.
yeah. So this one is the Dalia Eveline, and this is made of material by Jonathan Brooks, and the name of the material is the golden abalone.
Okay.
So it's like very beautiful,
It's
as
so
you
beautiful.
know. Yes. So the inspiration for this is basically dahlia flower. Yes.
Hmm.
And then the second one is sakura, which is like a cherry blossom, you know?
Hmm.
And then this is the sakura material also by Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan actually created this material for us
That's
for
awesome.
sakura.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
And then the third one is this one is the Fiordaliso Blue.
Hmm.
Actually, I really love this one because
It's so pretty.
yes, and Fiordaliso means cornflowers.
Oh,
So the inspiration is cornflower,
wow.
and the material is Blue Twilight, I think, from Jonathan Brooks also.
Hmm. You
Yes,
keep mentioning Jonathan Brooks. Could you
yes.
mention who he is for the people that might not know who he is? And then why did Leonardo choose to collaborate with him on this project?
Very good question. So, Jonathan Brooks. Hi, Jonathan, if you're watching.
Hi, Jonathan.
Yes, so Jonathan Brooks is a magician resin maker. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
amazing. He makes all these beautiful rods as the base material for many of Leonardo pens.
Mhm.
And for a fun fact is Salvatore, our CEO, was actually the first person who contacted Jonathan Brooks about maybe 6 years ago to
Wow.
collaborate with him in a large, kind of like large quantities.
Mhm.
Yes. So I am really honored to call Jonathan a dear friend. He's amazing. He's he's amazing. He creates so many beautiful materials, and he also listens to Salvatore. Is kind of like, oh, if Salvatore wants, okay, I want this color
Mhm.
or this kind of like mix and that, and suddenly, poof, it's basically you have it.
Magic.
Yeah, so we are very, very fortunate to be able to collaborate with Jonathan Brooks.
Mhm.
Another resin maker that we work closely with is Bob Dupress. So
Okay.
Bob also makes wonderful, wonderful resins. And we did many exclusives with Bob Dupress as well.
Wow. No wonder why the pens are so pretty. It's all because of Jonathan Brooks. They are truly beautiful, and we get customers that come in and
Yes,
compliment the pens all the time, just their how pretty they are. And in the case, the light when
yes,
the light hits them,
yep,
beautiful. They're
yes,
beautiful.
yes.
And can you talk to us a little bit about where these pens are actually made?
Yes, so all our pens, so Leonardo pens, are made in our workshop in Naples, Italy.
Ah,
Um, Everything is made in-house.
okay.
And I actually had an opportunity to visit them, not 2024, but 2023,
Okay.
right after Pen Fest in Istanbul. So I stopped in Italy to visit the workshop, and it was an absolutely amazing experience. I was able to meet with the Matrone family, and then all the artisans who basically put their love into making these pens. So I always, when I share this with people, with friends, I always say, no wonder that the pens are oozing with love because they are
Oh,
made with love.
that's awesome. That seems like such a unique experience, actually going to the place where these pens are made and getting to meet the
Yes.
people that make them. That must have been super cool.
Yeah. Actually, I want to share something because I also
Sure.
had an opportunity to pick and choose and create. So I created a pen basically based on all the parts. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like I picked this one for the cap, and then I picked another part for the barrel, and so on until it's kind of like a full pen. So that was a
Uh-huh.
really, really amazing experience for me.
Another unique experience. That's so
Yes.
cool. You can
Yes.
like add that to your resume of things you did for Leonardo. And
Yeah.
now I have a little bit of a fun question
Okay.
that was actually brought up to me by our teammate Layla.
Oh,
She when she brought this up, I was like, wait, that's an awesome question. Like,
okay.
why wasn't I able to think about that before?
Okay.
The question is, why two different nib sizes for this release?
Okay. So, I would like to mention first that with this Power of Flowers collection, we offer two different nibs because we haven't mentioned this earlier.
Yes.
One is the number 6 stainless steel,
Mhm.
excuse me, with the Laffanese engraving, and I can show you real quick.
Please.
Hope if you can see. I'm not sure. So that's kind of like,
Yep, you can see it.
yes, that's kind of like the Laffanese engraving on the number 6 stainless steel, and then also we offer the number 8 14 karat gold. Mine is a little bit inky right now, but then there's a beautiful floral engraving that is
Beautiful.
uniquely and specifically made for this collection. There's
Oh.
like an engraving says the power of flowers.
Hmm.
And also there is an interpretation of Leonardo da Vinci insignia. Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
So that's very
Very cool.
special. And then back to why we are launching number 6 and number 8 in this collection.
Hmm.
So this is actually not our first time offering number 6 and number 8 option.
Okay.
For a while now, we have been offering the number 8 gold, always 14 karat gold nib
Hmm.
option. And people have been loving the big nib. Yes.
Hmm.
So they are selling really, really well. And with this collection, it is actually the first time that we are offering the number 8 with the floral engraving. So with a unique
Oh.
engraving.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, just as a data point, they actually sell really, really well. People really love them. We are very, very happy that it's actually 50-50 between
Wow.
number 6
Okay.
stainless steel and number 8 with the floral engraving.
Wow. I would
Yes.
not have expected that. I would have expected it to be like floral engraving, the other
Yes.
ones. Wow, 50/50.
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool. I like that.
Or kind of like I think when I first saw the collection,
Hmm.
based on our previous experience, I was personal. This is kind of like my personal note, I guess. I know that people like the stainless steel option because they are more affordable, you know.
Hmm.
But then they absolutely love the idea of the specific and unique engraving for the collection. So they have been very, very popular.
I think it just adds another little beautiful factor to it. The pen's already beautiful on the outside. You have to make it beautiful on the inside once you open it.
Yes.
Looking at the three pens, the Dalia Eveline, the Sakura, and the Fiordaliso Blue, all at the
Yes.
same time, if
Yep.
you could choose one word to describe each of them, only one, I'm not allowing two, one,
Okay.
what
Okay.
would you use and why?
Okay, let me see. This one is right away to me, it's kind of spring. To me, it's kind of spring.
Spring.
One
Okay.
word. Yes. Cherry blossom, spring, it's on cherry blossom in nature is very short-lived, but
Right.
then this is how you can have your cherry blossom all year long. That's how
Yeah.
I feel.
That's such a good way to put it. I like it.
Yes, this is the Sakura. And then let's see. Okay. This one, the Dalia Eveline.
Hmm.
One word for this one is dreamy.
That's a good one.
Yes,
I
I
like
think
that.
this one is very dreamy. And then if you see like all the different colors, you have so many different ink combinations that you can play with.
Yes.
Pair it with this ink.
That's
It's
really fun.
wonderful. So the last one is Fiordaliso Blue. This is
Hmm.
actually one of my favorites. When I saw the stock photo, it was kind of like, okay, that one is a blue, blue pen, inspired by the cornflowers. But then
Hmm.
once I actually receive the pen, it has like a beautiful like chatoyance,
Yeah.
This is actually, I don't know what to say. This one, what's the word? I should. This is difficult, this one. I think this one is more sophisticated, I think.
I think
So
so.
with the other two, it's more kind of like, spring, dreamy. And then this one, I think the perfect word for this one is sophisticated.
I think so. I think that's a
Yes.
great word to choose for that one. That one's good.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So while we're still looking at these three pens,
hmm
if you could use one of these pens to describe how you're feeling today, which one would you choose and why? But it could be based on visuals, it could be based on the story behind making the pen, it could be because of the ink that's in your pen, it could be anything and everything. What would you choose to best
hmm
describe yourself today? How you're feeling today, I should say.
Just today. Just
Just
today.
today, right
This
now,
is
in
a
this
hard
given
question.
moment.
Okay, this is a hard question. Let me think. I think I'm gonna choose this one, the
Okay, the Sakura.
Sakura. Um, right now we have a beautiful Colorado sunshine outside,
Oh,
And I actually have an apple tree in
Fun.
our backyard,
Hmm.
and right now it has some flowers. So I looked outside just now and thought of the sakura right away. So
Oh,
this pens makes me happy, and I also feel with Mother's Day coming up and everything,
yes.
this may be a really good one for Mother's Day. What
I
about? What do you
I
think?
think so. I think so. I think that's a
Yes.
perfect pen for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be coming out with a Mother's Day gift guide, and I think I might just have to add that in there. That's a
Oh,
really good option, I think. Really
that
good.
would be amazing. That would be
I think
amazing.
so.
Yes. Uh-huh.
One
Yeah.
final question
Okay.
for you. What can we
Oh,
expect from Leonardo for the rest of the year? What can we look forward to? Do we have anything coming out soon?
yes. So we always have exciting new things, coming up. But then let me think. A few things that I am able to share today is um watch for the supernova because
Okay.
we are going to launch a supernova with Jonathan Brooks material that's going to be super
Ooh,
beautiful. So I'm
excellent.
very, very excited about that.
Hmm.
About the nips, we are developing a true flex nips in-house.
Wow.
That's most likely it's gonna be like after summer. I don't know. So
Okay.
Salvatore and I will be attending the Washington D.C. pen show and the San Francisco pen show.
Cool.
So I am cross my fingers right now. I don't know where or when the flex snips will be ready, but I'm just so excited. I can't wait to try
Mhm.
the flex snip. What else? Mm,
How
I'm
about something that came out today, the day we're filming? Today's
ah
May 2nd. We have another awesome pen that came out.
yes. Okay. That's true. So I need my notes on that
Sure.
one because
Sure.
it's so new. So we today we launched the Alumina. So
Yes.
it's made of aluminum. It's basically a classic design with vintage soul, I guess. It
Hmm.
comes in two different trim, gold trim and rhodium.
Very
Yes,
cool.
but it was just announced a few hours ago, so this
Yeah.
is new. So
Very,
we are
very new.
excited about that too because we've never done anything like it before.
Hmm.
Yeah. So thank you so much for reminding me.
You're welcome.
That's so much going on and it's
Yes.
all exciting and everything.
There's so much going on in the pen
Yes.
community, and there's
Yep.
always something going on, I should say. There's
Yes.
always
Yeah.
something going on. I did
Yep.
also want to touch back on the fact that you're going to be at the Washington Pen Show.
Yes.
Maybe there
Mhm.
with Salvatore in person at the pen show.
Correct. Yes.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this year is gonna be our third year. So it's gonna be
Okay.
our third year, both Salvatore and me attending the DC Pen Show. So we always love meeting the pen community
Mm,
and interacting with everyone at the show. And especially because Salvatore lives in Naples, Italy, which
right.
is like, yeah, so far away. It is always lovely to have him here at the show, and then people got the opportunity to talk with him, and kind of like he always every year will tune the nip, every single nip.
Wow.
So and then he will heat set the nip so it kind of like fits really well, and then you can sit down and test it and everything. So he's doing everything.
Wow.
Yes.
That just like blew my mind away. Wow. Okay. So can I assume, are you guys gonna have a table or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yes. We always
Okay.
have a table. And I know that we are going to do a raffle. So every year we do
Oh,
a giveaway.
okay.
So
Okay.
to be announced which pen. But stay tuned.
Mhm.
We are very, very excited about
I'm
the
very excited. I'll
yeah,
have to make sure I'm there to see who
yes,
wins the raffle, and I'll have to
absolutely.
see you guys both in person. But
Yes.
I do want to say thank you for taking the time to speak with me today on this awesome, awesome, awesome collection, The Power of the Flowers. And not only that, but your
Yes.
passion for writing, journaling, fountain pens, being in the community. Just thank you for taking the time to be here with me today.
Thank you so much, Kristi. It's my pleasure to be here. And it was so amazing to actually meet you in person at the Baltimore Pen Show.
Yep,
And then to be able to do this with you, it's an honor for me. I also would like to extend my thanks to Lena and everyone at Pen Boutique, for always supporting us. And I'm here, so please let me know if you ever need anything. I'm here to help you guys.
that's awesome. Thank you once again.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.